It's a damn shame. Shame. It's a damn shame. Shame. It's a damn shame. Shame. Yeah. Today news segment we about to get into today. It's a goddamn shame that this black man got wrongly convicted. Yes, we talking about the Alice Sebold situation. You know what I mean? This author who wrote about her situation got monetized, got to ching, buckaroos, and this man got wrongly convicted, and all she gotta say is, I'm sorry. That's bullshit. Anyway, what's good with y'all out there? I hope y'all having a lovely day, lovely evening, lovely whenever y'all consuming this damn content right here. But before we get into the news segment, I got the best audience out there. So what should the best audience be doing right now? You goddamn right, giving yourself a round of applause. And you better be doing it too. Now the kids, cover your damn ears and cover your eyes. You better not be learning about this news segment, okay? Air horns for the rest of my audience, you feel me? I appreciate the hell out of all y'all. From the ugly to the beautiful and to the in-betweeners. And god damn, there's so many in-betweeners out there. Jesus Christ, man. It's an inflation of them out there. Wow. But yeah, it's another episode of Seers Glare. I'm your lovely or hated host, Kamal, a.k.a. the Black Seinfeld, a.k.a. Magic X. If you don't like it, go eat a dick, motherfuckers. Anyway, hey, for my tubers, though, YouTube been around since 2005. I don't need to tell y'all what to do to get the video art channel booming. But just like the rest of the tubers say, I'm going to say the same goddamn thing. Like, sub a share a comment alike. Y'all know what to do? I mean, some of y'all smart out there. The rest of y'all dumb as fuck. I'm convinced at this point, bunch of fucking idiots out there. God damn. But some of y'all smart, though. In my audience, a lot of y'all smart as hell. Anyway, for my Twitch family, though, hit your boy with a follow. Hit your boy with a share. That'd be greatly appreciated, you feel me? Also appreciate my goddamn sponsor, First Place Losers. The link to the shop gonna be in the description below. Y'all go check out the fire-ass garments made out of 100% Egyptian cotton. I guarantee it'll boost your sex appeal up by, let's say, 25%. And look here. It'll look good on me. It's gonna look good on your in-between ass, okay? And y'all already know I appreciate my Reddit family, my real family, and my social media family, my Redditeers. I'm not replying on comments on Reddit. You better go to YouTube and comment there. Also, hit that notification bell so you know when I drop these fire-ass lives. And hit your boy with a thumbs up, and share. You feel me? Retweet it, do all that good shit to get it out there. You feel me? All right. Before we get into the news segment, you see across the bottom, call in. Let your voice be heard about this news segment. The number is 619-609-7383. Once again, the number is 619-609-7383. Call in. Let your voice be heard about this news segment. You feel me? All right, let's hop right into it. And goddamn, man, this goddamn is sad as fuck. Got this off the New York Times. He was convicted of R-word, Alice Sebold. Then the case unraveled. Anthony, we're going to make it bigger. Where's it at? Oh, my God. Now it ain't there. All right. Anthony Broadwater was exonerated in 1981. R-word of Miss Sebold, now a best-selling author. When his lawyer saw the trial transcript, they could only wonder what took so long. Golly. All right. He was blah, 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 blah. All right. This was by Corinna Knoll, Karen Zarak, and Alexandra Alter. The young woman's face was bruised in multiple places. Her long brown hair matted with bits of leaves. There was a fresh bump on the back of her head and a cut on the left side of her nose. Her tan cardigan and okay, y'all got goddamn, man. Jesus. She was 18, a freshman at Syracuse University, who arrived at the adjacent. Her name was Alice Sebold, and she had been R-word. The assailant was a stranger, but Miss Sebold had studied his appearance, his small but muscular build, the way he gestured, his eyes and lips, And so 5 months later, when she spotted a man named Anthony Broadwater near a restaurant on Marshall Street, Miss Boyd knew she had solved her case. She reported him to the authorities, saying that Mr. Broadwater had said to her, "Don't I know you from somewhere?" Damn. He just hit her with, "Don't I know you from somewhere?" and got accused of the R word and spent hella years in jail. At the trial the following year, Miss Sebold took the stand and described how she had celebrated the last day of the school year at a friend's apartment, then left to head back to her dormitory, following a brick path through Thornden Park. She testified that a man had grabbed her from behind, punched her. All right, we ain't gonna get into all this. God damn, man. Is there any doubt in your mind, Mr. Boyd, that the person that you saw on Marshall Street is the person who attacked you on May 8th in Thornden Park? The prosecutor asked. No doubt whatsoever. Man. Oh my God. Years later, Mr. Boyd would recount in a best-selling memoir that she felt confident justice had been served. I had to drink my water for that. She had a best-selling memoir about the incident of this man that they wrongly convicted. She had been sweaty and shaky by the end of her testimony, but was boasted by the words of a bailiff. "I've been in this business 30 years, he said. You are the best art witness I ever seen on the stand." What does that even mean? What does that even mean? That is... From the Marine Corps to a police lineup, Anthony James Broadwater was born in Syracuse, the fourth of 6 boys, and lived for a while near Syracuse University, where his father worked as... Okay, no. When he was about 5 years old, okay. Blah, blah, blah. This is just the life of Berbera. Like, you know what I mean? We getting his backstory and stuff like that. But we trying to get to the juicy details. Okay, on October 5th, 1981, he and a friend drove over to Marshall Street, a stretch of restaurants and shops that had long served as a gathering place for college students. While his friend was inside a store, Mr. Broadwater recognized a police officer from his younger days. Later in court, the officer and Mr. Broadwater would each remember calling out to each other, "Don't I know you?" The two made small talk, unaware that Mr. Boyd had passed Mr. Broadwater on the street and was watching their exchange. Days later, Mr. Broadwater was taken into custody. Mr. Boyd had identified him as her artist. But when it came time for the police lineup, Mr. Boyd, who was white, looked at the black man before her and indicated that her attacker was the last person in the row, number 5. Mr. Broadwater was number 4. I'm going to read that line for y'all one more motherfucking again. Okay? But when it came for the police lineup, Mr. Boyd, who is white, looked at the black man before her and indicated that her attacker was the last person in the row, number 5. Mr. Broadwater was number 4. She would insist an hour later that the two men had looked identical to her. Studies will later show that misidentifications by eyewitnesses, especially those that are cross-racial, make up a large percentage of erroneous convictions. Mr. Broadwater was charged with 8 felony counts, including R-word and sodomy. He was 20 years old. He was empathetic throughout that they got the wrong guy. 1981, Syracuse was a city of, okay, we don't need to know this. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Na. Hinini. Okay, Mr. Pearl was one of more than 24 people connected to Mr. Broadwater. Mr. Boyd of the R case was spoke to the New York Times. Times reporters also reviewed hundreds of pages. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Na. Okay, we get to the... Okay, let's get to... The trial began on May 17, 1982 and lasted 2 days. The trial lasted 2 days. God damn. DNA analysis was unavailable at the time, but a forensic chemist testified that a pubic hair from a black person that had been recovered from the R kit was consistent with their hair sample Mr. Broadwater has submitted. Hair comparison has since been discredited as an unreliable science that can match little beyond a person's race and is reasonable for many wrongful convictions. Miss Sebold held firm to her account. I could not have identified him as the man who arred me unless he was the man who arred me, she testified. Mr. Broadwater was the last to take the stand, the only witness to testify for the defense. His lawyer asked him to discuss his unique facial markings, features Miss Sebold had never reported, although she had described being a centimeter away from her artist. I have a scar underneath my chin, and I had an operation in 74 on my eye, Mr. Broadwater testified. Also, I have a chipped tooth. In his closing argument, Mr. Mastine, the prosecutor, reminded the court that Miss Sebold had been a virgin, a detail brought up more than once throughout the case. Afterward, the defense was startled when Judge Gorman immediately announced he was ready to rule. He declared simply and with no insight in his decision that Mr. Broadwater was guilty of R in the first degree. Mr. Broadwater was taken into custody, departing from a courtroom devoid of any friends or family members. He had not asked anyone to attend the trial, certain that he will walk free. God damn. Wow. A flawed trial described in the memoir. And Miss Sebold will go on to write The Lovely Bones. Holy shit. I saw that yesterday. I went into a bookstore with my lady and I saw that book. It was a horror book. It was in the horror section. Wow. A novel about a 14-year-old girl who is arred and murdered. Published in 2002. It reached the top of New York Times bestseller list, selling more than 10 million copies before it eventually became adopted into a film. Its success led readers to discover Lucky, the 1990 memoir Miss Sebold had written about her own R word, in which she had changed the name of her attacker to Gregory Madison. Wow. She got paid off of this, y'all, and convicted the wrong man. Convicted a black man wrongly. Now let's get to all right. We got to that part where we see how much that she calculated, right? Now, look at this. She claimed it was bro right here, right? Right? But this is Broadwater right here. Do they look alike? No, not at all. Look at that. Bro got bigger eyes, you feel me? Got a more round shaped head. This he got like a triangle milk dud head. You feel me? Like, bruh lips is bigger than bruh. Apparently, bruh has a scar under his chin. I can't really see it from this photo, but he got a chipped tooth also. You feel me? No. Blah, blah, blah. I don't know how they did this to you. While in prison, Mr. Broadwater obtained his GED and studied the law, trying repeatedly to get his case revisited. At one point, he hoped to retain Johnny Cochran, sending $1,000 saved from his disability payments and custodial job, but the lawyer's firm returned the money, informing him he did not handle post-conviction matters. Nah, bro, that's a load of bullshit. I think it's because it wasn't a big enough case. You know what I mean? At each probe, Mr. Burrow refused to admit guilty despite knowing he would fare better if he expressed responsibility for the crime. They always try to get you with that. They'd be like, yeah, just say you guilty, bruh. You get this time. Load of bullshit. 16 years crept by. 16 years crept by. He was finally released on the last day of 1998, but freedom came with a cage. A sex offender on parole, he had to abide by the curfew and was prohibited from most workplaces. He relied on temporary gigs, taking a job at a metal plate factory, bagging potatoes, doing yard work and roofing, mopping floors, scavenging for scrap metal. Night jobs were helpful because they gave him the alibi he had lacked when police questioned him about Miss Sebold in the goddamn first place. Bruh taking night jobs so he could just have an alibi. So he won't get caught up with the BS again. God damn. Man. All right, man. Now let's get... Okay, a faulty conviction gets a fresh look. It was in the hands of another convicted felon that the case against Mr. Broadwater began to unravel. Timothy McConaughey was a disbarred lawyer from Michigan who had gone to prison multiple times for fraud. His most wild scheme was one in which he convinced investors he would buy condoms and latex gloves and trade them in Russia for chickens that would be sold in Saudi Arabia. What the fuck? Hold on. What? Hold on, bruh. Hold on, bruh. What? Wow. It would be sold in Saudi Arabia. He pocketed the money instead. What? I'm going to read that again. His most wild scheme was one in which he convinced investors he would buy condoms and latex gloves and trade them in Russia for chickens that would be sold in Saudi Arabia. Like, how do you convince people to invest in that? You like, hey, man, I got the $1 million plan, yo. So, like, in Russia, like, right? They lacking condoms and latex gloves. So, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm gonna give them that, and they gonna give me chickens, right? But in Saudi Arabia, you know what I mean? Chickens going for $2,000. I buy the latex condoms for $10, give it to Russia, right? They give me chickens. Each condom I give them, they give me like 5 chickens. Bada boom, bada bing. That's $10,000. $10,000 for 5 chickens in Saudi Arabia. You feel me? All I need is $1,000 investment. I buy these condoms, $10,000 worth of condoms. Your investment then becomes 1,000-fold. I'll take your $1,000 and turn it into $10,000. I mean, that's the only way I can see it. Like, what? Like, you gotta really think to your goddamn self. Like, what? And then, like, all right, I'm going off tangent. After his last prison stint ended in 2010, Mr. McConaughey, or McConaughey, I don't know, hoped to reform himself. He said, bro was scamming. I bet most of y'all thought it was a black person. Timothy McConaughey, who had been a producer on a planned film adaptation of Miss Sebold's memoir, hired a private investor to look into the case. That's what happened. That literally what happened. He's a producer on a film adaptation of Miss Sebold. Adaptation means they take her book and they make it a movie. And he wanted to investigate to be like, yo, we got to know if this shit real. I certainly have a lot to make up for in terms of what I owe the world, he said in the interview. Earlier this year, Mr. McConaughey was forging ahead in a new career, having started his own film production company. He had joined other producers who were adapting Miss Sebold's memoir and planning to film it in Toronto. He offered to cover the film's entire budget of 6.5 million Canadian dollars. I don't know how much that is in US dollars, but all right. As Mr. McConaughey read the script and the book, he was struck by how little evidence was presented at trial. I'll tell you the evidence that they presented: a freaking hair sample. A freaking hair sample. That was it. A hair sample. As Ms. blah. He said he began to doubt the memoir's veracity and withheld funding until he was dismissed from the project, which never got off the ground. But 3 people who worked on the film said Mr. McConaughey did not raise questions about the memoir and that his contract was terminated in early June because he failed to deliver the money he had promised, claims Mr. McConaughey disputes. Court documents show Mr. McConaughey, 62, has filed for bankruptcy on at least a dozen occasions, but he told the Times that he is currently financially stable. In late June, okay, Mr. Myers learned that Gregory Madison from the book was in fact Anthony Broadwater. He told the Times that a police officer who worked on the case had offered him a stunning admission. He did not believe the right man had been caught. Mr. Myers connected Mr. Broadwater with David Hammond, a criminal defense lawyer he worked with who has served as a judge advocate in the Army. Mr. Hammond also helped represent Chelsea Manning as the appealed for conviction espionage. That's them right there, okay? That's them right there. Intrigued, Mr. Muhammad reached out to Melissa Schwartz, a lawyer at a different firm known for her forensic expertise. Okay? After talking at length with Mr. Broadwater and reading Miss Sebold's memoir, the lawyers discovered the arguments they could make for exonerating their astonishingly obvious, the flawed hair comparison testimony. The heavy reliance on Miss Sebold spotting her R's 5 months afterward, the misidentification during the police lineup, the fact that Mr. Broadwater had passed 2 polygraph tests. He passed 2 polygraph tests, y'all. He passed 2 polygraph tests, y'all. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Wow. All of it illustrated that Mr. Hammond said was a travesty hiding in plain sight. 40 years yet, all it took was someone to pick up the trial transcript and frankly talk to Anthony and read. Luckily. They basically said all it took was the minimum amount of work and Burr would have been exonerated. Soon the same revelations were had to by William Fitzpatrick, the Onondaga County District Attorney who joined Mr. Broadwater's lawyers in their motion to overturn the conviction. A handful of years ago, he said he had instructed his staff to review cases that use hair comparisons. Mr. Broadwater's name never came up. Oh my God, bro. This is fucking sad. This is fucking sad. Oh my God. Oh my God. When the judge announced his exoneration, he let out a gasp and leaned forward and cried. God damn, bro. God damn, bro. Oh my God. An earth-shattering change. Miss Sebold said she had learned a few weeks before Mr. Broadwater's exoneration that the district attorney was reevaluating the case. It's hard to unravel the truth. I now know it to be false, and it has been part of my life for 40 years and my work for 20. Without my whole understanding of the truth and justice falling apart, she said through a spokesman in an email to the Times, adding that she hadn't been able to think about much else. Every word I've read that Anthony Broadwater has said has made me see him as a man who, though brutalized, somehow came through it with a generous heart. She said, to go from thinking he was a man who awed me to believing he was an innocent victim is an earth-shattering change. Yep, her whole goddamn world has changed too. And it's... I feel like the court systems and shit, right? They were just trying to get this case over with. Like, yo, we got him. Boom, black, boom. And there are so many holes in these cases. And then I think also Sebold, like, you know what I mean? She should get some money to Burr. I'm sorry. You made a career out of this shit. You had 2 memoirs off of this, right? 2 memoirs. 2 books. And they got adapted. They got turned into movies that you got paid off of too. Like you owe Burr some money, man. I don't want to hear that apology shit. Cause she apologized and all that old other bullshit. You feel me? Nah, Burr spent time in jail. A good portion of his goddamn life in freaking jail. Wrongly convicted. Are there any comments? I bet you ain't gonna be no comments. They don't comment on shit like this. They try to be quiet. Yeah, man. All right, I'm done reading, man. Look, if y'all want to call in, because the phone lines is open. Call in at 619-609-7383. Call in, let your voice be heard about this news segment. Yo, man, this is the Alice Boy situation, man. Not only did she profit from this situation, this man was wrongly convicted. There was holes in her goddamn story. One, she picked the wrong person in the lineup in the first place. Picked the wrong person. And they still convicted Broadwater, man. They still convicted, bro. Because like that was her first person. She was like, it's him. Bro spent hella goddamn years of his life in jail. And not only that, after he got out of jail, he still had a hard life because he was considered a sex offender. And then the nail in the goddamn coffin is that she made a career out of this shit. Got paid motherfucking hella bucks off of this. You feel me? Made movies off of this. Nah, she owe that man some money, man. F that apology. Alyssa Sebold, F your apology, yo. You owe bruh some money. And I'm sorry that the R word happened to you, you feel me? That's effed up in its own way, you feel me? Like, that's messed up. You had to go through that. You had to go through that trauma. But F all that. You owe bruh some money. I don't want to hear that apology shit. Oh, I see him as a man. I see him as humanized and this and that and blasey. F all that. Sock it to bruh pockets. Even though that's not going to get rid of the trauma bruh had to go through, going through the goddamn penal system, and then also what he had to go through after he got out the goddamn jail and prison and shit. This is a goddamn shame. That's why I was saying earlier, this is a goddamn shame. And that's why I wanted to bring this news segment up, you feel me? Because goddamn, yo, this shit, it can happen to any one of us as a black man. Any one of us could get wrongly convicted. You gotta be careful. And I want to bring this up because it'd be a lot of white tears, but it's like, yo, man, we tired of hearing y'all apologize for shit that, like, bro, affect people's lives hella years down the road. Fuck all that. Now I know it, like, money ain't gonna solve everything, but we know, goddamn it, money can help. So give that man some goddamn money if you really sorry. None of that, I think I'm sorry, and I'm gonna write a memoir in a book. No, F all that. Fuck that. Give that man Anthony Broadwater some goddamn money. Give him some damn money. That's the least you can do. Jesus Christ. And hair samples should never be used again. I'm glad they get that out of there, man. Now we got way better technology. You feel me? This is a goddamn sad goddamn story, sad case. But it had to be brought to you because Alice Boy, you became a best time seller for these stories and stuff like that. And like I said, it's fucked up what happened to you. But you gotta give bruh some money, man. You monetized and profited off this shit. And also the goddamn jurisdiction over there. Y'all should feel a goddamn shame of how lazy y'all were working. That's just lazy police work. That's lazy police work. Y'all should feel a goddamn shame. Goddamn. But anyway, y'all, I'm about to close down the phone lines. But if y'all want to call in and leave a voicemail, the number's in the ticker below. You see it. It could just cross by. But also the number is 619-609-7383. Call in. Let your voice be heard about this news segment. Once again, the number is 619-609-7383. Call in. Let your voice be heard. You feel me? Hey, this is another episode of the Seers Glare. I'm your lovely or hated host, Kamal, a.k.a. the Black Seinfeld, a.k.a. Magic X. Hey, since I got the best audience out there, what should the best audience be doing right now? You goddamn right. Giving yourself a round of a goddamn applause. Now the kids better be covering their eyes and covering their damn ears. I don't want them to hear about this news segment. The rest of my audience, give y'all some air horns, you feel me? Yeah. Look. It's another episode of Seers Glare. Did I say that already? I'm your lovely host, Kamal, aka the Black Seinfeld, aka Magic X. Well, if I said it already, I said it again. Anyway, for my tubers though, YouTube been around since 2005. I don't need to tell y'all what to do to get the video art channel booming, but just like the rest of the tubers say, I'm gonna say the same thing. Like a sub a share a comment,
Gosh,
something to like. Y'all know what to do. Some of y'all smart out there, you feel me? Hey, for my Twitch family though. Oh, that's not my Twitch family. For my Twitch family though, hit your boy with a share. Hit your boy with a follow. You feel me? I appreciate that. I also appreciate my sponsor, First Place Losers. The link to the shop gonna be in the description below. Y'all go check out the fire-ass garments made out of 100% Egyptian cotton. I guarantee it'll boost your sex appeal up by, let's say, 22%. And look here, if it look good on me, it's gonna look good on your in-between ass, okay? And look, man, I appreciate my Reddit family, my real family, and my social media family. My Reddit family, though, I'm not commenting on Reddit no more. They erase comments, and I just ain't gonna comment there. If you want to be heard, you want me to respond, go on YouTube, comment over there. Anyway, look, I appreciate the ugly people, the beautiful people, and the in-betweeners. Y'all much greatly appreciated. All right. Hey, look, man, my final note is this, man. This is a damn shame, and this happens. It's been happening quite often where black men get wrongly convicted of certain deeds like this. Also, Alyssa Boyd, it sucks that you went through that situation. You know what I mean? But I say you owe bruh some money, man. You monetized off this shit, and bruh was wrongly convicted. So hit bruh pocketbooks, bruh. Alice, we don't want to hear that sorry shit. Sock the bruh pockets. He's already lived a hard enough life. Make his life a little easier as he get older. Like, come on, you could do that. That's the least you can do. And on that note, y'all have a good day, good evening, good whenever it is y'all consuming this content. Have a good one of it. I'm out, y'all. Peace. Man, she better hit his pockets. What the